Keep focused, brother. Our enemy is only a little girl. Oh, why is this taking so long?
My apologies, Alexia, but I have been doing my best.
The revival of the Ashford family depends on your success, brother.
I am aware of that, Alexia. I will revive the family name myself and make you the master of the glorious Ashford family.
Do not worry, brother. I will handle them both myself. Who is there? Is someone at the corridor?
What is it, Alexia?
Nothing. I believe I must have been imagining things. Let us go, brother.
I gave that dude, he was getting medicine, I got the lockpick, I got away from my pistol, and it shoots at the nearest person. So that's just awesome for fighting zombies and fighting these bad guys. I did actually, I don't have them on me in my stash, but I did is a door here. This door does look kind of hidden, so. Yeah, man, the music has been kind of hitting me hard. There's just, especially in the frontier treatment areas where the sounds using the knife. It's like the slower down, the slower I guess you understand why they call it tank control. Well, okay, no, I think the reason why they call it tank controls is because the way your character moves, like it's like when you move right on the D-pad, like in Resident Evil 2, it's like camera based, right? So it's like if I'm looking forward and move to the right, Leon is actually going to face forward, but move to the right, he's going to strafe, right? And that's what the opposite of this is. In this one, there's no strafing, it's just kind of turning. And it's kind of like a tank, because the tank can't move side by side necessarily. It can go straight, it can go back, and it can kind of like back up and turn. So I really get that actually. You know, someone even asked me about that, and oh wait, I think it might have been you. It might have been you who asked me during Resident Evil 2. I'm not sure if it was you. I'm not sure if it was Resident Evil 2 on YouTube or if it was Resident Evil 2 on Twitch. I can't remember. But it was Resident Evil 2, and somebody asked me how I feel. What the chances are like. How do I feel like the chances? And it was kind of cool. Because the feeling of surviving the rapids. I was like, oh man. I was like, well, I feel like I might get infected. I really feel like it was you. It was the stream. Forget where. I mean, yeah, we talked about it, and like, I remember us talking about statistics of like virus, if a virus ever did get out, like if the T virus or the C virus, if any of those ever got out, the statistics of you getting infected are like off the charts, you know, especially if we don't really know anything about it. Like, we don't even really know if the T virus is an airborne virus, right? Like, we know the birds can get infected, right? And so if the birds can get infected, what's to say that it's not? That if you beat all the Resident Evil, I mean, you would be a legend. Well, I mean, I'm trying to, yeah, we're working on Code Veronica right now, and then we've got 4, and then Revelations, and then 5, and then Revelations 2, and then 6, 7, and then 8. And then after all of those, we've got the remake of 4. So, I mean, I am totally ready, and I am super excited for the remake of 4. I am very excited. love Resident Evil, man. You're making me blush, man. Oh. What is this? Look at this here on the floor. It's like it's magic. It's like it's fucking magic. He said I was the Resident Evil king, and then next thing you know, boop, we found grenade launcher ammo. Who would have known? It's like it's fate, man. Big dog, I fucking love you, man. Oh, look at this. Oops. It's too... Well, see, like, the thing is, man, is like, the first few parts that I was doing for this, for Code Veronica, was like, I was really trying to, like, I was kind of following along with a speed run. And not only was I following along with a speed run, but I was following along with the world's record speed run. And, I mean, like, this dude was just going through it super fast. And so I kind of feel like I might have, like, I kind of feel like I should have watched the speed run first and then started streaming. But I was just kind of following along, and we got up until that boss fight. And then I actually found out that you have to do a specific amount of damage to that boss before you can knock him out of the plane. And so then I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna restart the game and save up everything I find. And so far, I've been really like, it's like a minimalist conservative. It's like, you want to try to use as minimal as possible and save as much as possible. And then once we have that boss fight, I'll fuck everything. Stinky boss. Well, thank you. I'm not gonna be the guy who's like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to be glad that you have insomnia, but I will definitely say that I'm kind of glad that you have insomnia. I mean, I'm not happy you have insomnia, but, oh wait, what did I do? What did I just do? Did I just do something? But you're here with us watching. That makes me feel good. Oh, okay, yes, I remember this part. Yes. Okay, yes, this is where we needed to go. Beautiful. Okay, and then I believe if we go through, this is where it gets kind of funny. Gosh. Just totally forget about those zombies. Go through this door. Okay, and now there's gonna be dogs down here. That's why I said it's funny, because you're gonna end up where we were before. Just kind of damn stinky dog. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm not trying to talk so loud. It's not like I'm doing it. I guess I can. the background NPCs. Or some shit. Like, hi guys, how is everything? That's what that motherfucker sounds like. I kind of like Steven is acting. You're killing me. I gotta look this shit up now. Who plays Steve in Code Veronica? Richard Baxter, I'm guessing, or Bill Houston? Yes, Bill Houston. What the fuck? Oh, I guess it. Oh my god, I'm on danger. Holy crap, I didn't even know that. Hang on. Okay. Should I just combine these two together now? I don't know even how I'm supposed to do it. Okay, we're gonna go up to the first floor. Honestly, Code See, I really like the remakes though, just because like I played the originals as a kid, and I mean like, I don't really know, like they just have a special place in my heart, and I mean like I am just probably like your hardcore, like die-hard Resident Evil fan. Like I mean I love everything Resident Evil. I mean dude, I even fucking love like Operation Raccoon City, like I love it, and Umbrella Corps, loved it. Like, I don't know what it is, dude. I really don't know what it is. Like, I just love Resident Evil, and I love its universe, and I love everything about it, because it is literally all about corporate America, and not even corporate America, but just global corporations that have, like, sucked their teeth into people, and are, like, just sucking their life out of them with, like, taking their money and taking their life. And, I mean, Resident Evil 3, the remake of it was kind of shorter than the original game. Actually, it was a lot shorter than the original game. But, I mean, they did it, you know? I mean, you know, it's okay, I suppose. I mean, I don't really know. I try not to judge in a negative way. It's like, I understand that people have preferences and there's like things that they like and dislike, but I mean, I guess you could say I'm not really picky. I mean, I guess you could say I'm not picky, or you could just say that I love Resident Evil so much. I mean, dude, I have so much love for Capcom, just in general. I mean, like, I have all the Dead Risings. I even got Dead Rising 3, which is exclusive to Xbox. I mean, that's, like, you know, I've got the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and then I've got Case Zero and Case West on the Xbox. Like, I love Capcom. I love Dead Rising. I love Resident Evil. And, I mean, yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I really don't know what to say. I see what you're saying. So you're saying that you never actually played the original? Well, I mean, honestly, they were, I mean, think of the way Code Veronica plays, but just, you know, with Resident Evil 2 and 3. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to explain it, because, like, those, like, the original Resident Evil 2 and 3 kind of have the same setting, you know, like, you're doing the same things, essentially. It just looks and plays more like Code Veronica instead of the newer way. And honestly, dude, I fucking love the remake of Resident Evil 2 just because of one reason. Like, the reason why I have so much love for Resident Evil 2 is not only because I played the original as a kid, but because you can chop off the legs and arms of the zombies, and they will literally just crawl around and leave a giant blood trail. And if you think I am sadistic, I would agree with you. Okay, so where do we have to go? Yes, this way. That is the same road. This is the road. Yeah, and see, the thing about the remakes, though, is, like, that's what it is. You know? Like, I mean, yeah, sure, you could totally say, like, they could have just taken the original games, updated the graphics, and given them to us exactly as they were, but just better looking. You know, they could have done that, but instead, they modernized it, and honestly, I really feel like, I mean, Resident Evil 4, and this is why I'm really excited for the remake of it, is because Resident Evil 4 was a really long Resident Evil. Like, at least for me, it felt like there were a lot of parts. Like, there was the village, you know? So, you get out the car, you explore the village, and then there is the, let's see, there's like the village, the church, and like, I mean, the village is huge, it goes all the way to the lake. It's like, you've got the church, and then you've got the lake, you've got like that little swamp area, and it's like, it just go, like, there were a lot of parts, like, there was even, like, I mean, it's just one of those Resident Evils where it's like, you'll talk to people about it, and they'll be like, holy crap, I totally forgot that that was even in the game, and it's like, yeah, man, it's because it was a pretty long game. Yes, I agree with that as well. I love the original Silent Hills. Though I do believe that Konami really did Hideo dirty. Like, what they did to Kojima was extremely dirty. I mean, yeah, I'll probably get the Silent Hills that Konami makes. Like, if they make new Silent Hills, yeah, sure. I mean, I might get them and see what they're like. But honestly, I'm really looking forward to what Kojima has coming, because, like, honestly, it feels like if Silent Hills comes out with anything now, it's gonna look like they're ripping off Kojima. And honestly, I really feel like they are. I mean, Konami has already ripped off Kojima. Like, literally, if you play the last Metal Gear, and this is one of the funniest fucking things, too. Everybody complains about Metal Gear Solid Survive, or it's just called Metal Gear Survive. And it was Metal Gear 5 Survive. And pretty much it was like, you are playing as your Phantom from Metal Gear Solid 5, and you get sucked through a wormhole, and you end up having to survive out in Afghanistan. It's like, you collect food, and you like just build crops, and it's like a tower defense almost, right? And the whole point of the game is literally like, this is the whole point of the game. You're literally taking your iDroid and going to motherboards and connecting your iDroid to these motherboards, right? like, and you have to think that Hideo was the director of every single Metal Gear up until Metal Gear Survive, because that's when they were like, that's when they fired him, essentially. And so, like, I have really played those two games side by side. Like, I've really played Metal Gear Survive and Death Stranding side by side. And dude, honestly, Konami did him so dirty. Like, it is the dirtiest thing I have seen in video gaming history. Like, the amount of shame and greed that they have, like, it's awful. I mean, yeah, like, personally, I love Silent Hill, and I have nothing against the people who made Silent Hill, but Konami as a company, shit. Shitballs. Sorta, yeah. I can kinda see that, yeah. But I mean, dude, it's just, there's so many things about Metal Gear Survive that literally, like, I mean, they're really little things, like, well, I mean, some of them are little things, some of them are really little things, and then some of them are like, it's like, man. It's like, some of them are things that you can, it's like, you would have to play both of them side by side to notice, and then some of them are like, holy shit, that is like the most obvious fucking takeaway I've ever seen. And it's just sad, man. Like, I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they did that to him. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't know why they did him so dirty, man. It makes me feel so sad too, man, because it's like, I don't know. Like, I have Metal Gear. What Metal Gears do I have? I have Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. And then Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure what. Oh man, Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to talk like this for a while. Snake! Snake! Yeah. You know what? My favorite thing about 3 was, like how, like, so, I mean, I was obviously, I mean, you guys haven't seen me play Death Stranding yet, but, pretty much every time I ever played Metal Gear, and every time I play Death Stranding, it always ends with somebody dying. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And Hideo has always been like, I mean, even in Ground Zeroes, it's like, there's a mission where you have to fly around in a helicopter, and you have to save people. And what you have to do is, oh, my bad, no, shit, you have to save one person, you have to, like, extract him, and so you're in a helicopter, shooting all the bad guys while protecting this guy, and if you have to, I mean, like, once again, I mean, I guess you could say, quote, unquote, you have to do it perfect, but you do have to knock out everybody, right? Like, literally knock out. Like, nobody can die. And so, what you have to do for the very last part of that mission to make sure is that there'll be another person in a helicopter away from you, and what you have to do, if you have to shoot this dude a little bit, like with your lethal weapon, and then you switch to your non-lethal, and then you can shoot him and it'll knock him out. And if you kill somebody, or if you don't knock them out all, like if you don't knock out everybody, or if somebody dies, then you'll pull the mask off the person and they'll be a regular person. But if you do it perfectly, when you pull the mask off of the person, it'll be Hideo Kojima, and he was like, that was perfect. And like, I always really liked that. I always liked the perfect stealth behind the games, and I always liked the opposite of it. Yeah, like I always loved the like the paradoxes they had. It's like, you can follow the game perfectly, or you can, like, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, why do you kill people all the time? Like, what is it? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's just how I was raised. Like, it's just what I did. I don't know. I mean, most games I make money off of it, so, you know, I mean, that's... Yeah, exactly. And see, that's the thing, too. And that was what I really liked about Metal Gear, is, like, you could still, like, you could still technically perfect stealth it, but get kills. In a sense of, like, no one ever sees you and no one ever knows that you were there, but people are still dying. Yes, I love Hitman. I actually have, I've got a collection of that as well. I don't have the two older ones, but I did see that they remade those. Like, Blood Money and, Contracts, I think it was called, right? Wasn't it? It was like Contracts and Blood Money, I think. They're $30 for the two of them. So I was like, oh, okay, that's, you know, I mean, that's... But yeah, no, the newer Hitmans, like Hitman 1 through Hitman 3, those were really cool. And then, there's also a few Hitmen on the Xbox as well. I know that. There's like two more, I think, on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. But they haven't, like, been remade. And so, you'd have to have an Xbox One or an Xbox 360. Man, look at this, man. This is crazy. We didn't even pick up those acid rounds last time. And we still have those 3 green BOW gas rounds. Okay, well, either way, I'm taking this picture. That's what I'm doing.
Biohazard contamination detected. Level 3. Emergency shutters will close. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Ouch. Get off me. Man, I can't believe you guys are gonna eat my time up while I'm running through doors. That is so unfair. Well, I probably wouldn't be nearly as confident if I didn't have a fan calling me the Resident Evil King. Oh my god, is this... Oh my god. And the damn alarm is still blaring. Oh shit, we need to go back in there. Damn, dude. Yeah, he's right. That does sound rough. I don't think I... Let me see. Hitman 2, Hitman 2. I mean, I've been playing the World of Assassination recently. Like, I've been playing World of Assassination, and that one is like, it's 3, but it's the trilogy. It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's kind of like the Game of the Year edition for all 3 games, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain. But it's like Hitman 3 World of Assassination, and it like, I guess it gives you all the special bonuses stuff from all 3 stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, like, I really enjoyed Hitman, and like, with the World of Assassination, they added VR, so I thought that was pretty cool, like a VR mode. Okay, no Sonic in here. What? Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. But, yeah, so I mean, like, I guess you could, I mean, yeah, I can see why we started talking about Hitman 2 as well, because of that perfect stealth as well. And once again, it's like, yeah, Hitman is one of those games where it's like, if you want to get the best possible score, you don't want to kill all the targets, and like, that's what I really like to do with Hitman right now, because I haven't really been focused on, like, platinuming it, or, doing that, because it's really weird, like Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 have their own platinums, right? So it's like, you've got Hitman 1, and you've got Hitman 2, and you've got Hitman 3, and each one of those have their own platinums. And then Hitman 3 actually has more trophies for Hitman 1 and 2, because they added on, It's really hard to explain how they did it. You'd have to play Hitman 3 in order to really understand, but yeah, that's pretty much what they did. Is they really took 3 and they made it a trilogy. So it's like, you've got the events of the first Hitman, you've got the events of the second Hitman, and then you've got the events of the third Hitman all in one game. But yeah, and I think that was, I thought that was pretty cool, because I was like, oh man, you know, like, I can literally play, like, I can go through and platinum the first Hitman, I can go through and platinum the second Hitman, and then after that, I can go through and platinum the third Hitman and just kind of play the third Hitman, because it's got all the same missions from the first one and the second one. And, I mean, like, sometimes I feel like perfect stealthing it can actually be a little easier than, like, killing everybody. Like, especially on certain missions. Because it's like, sometimes on certain missions it's gonna just straight up, like, never stop sending people after you. sadly, I'm not that stealthy. See, I mean, I don't want to say stealth is something that's needed, but then I don't want to say that stealth is something that's not needed either. I feel like stealth is just as needed as ballistics. It's like, I mean, it's exactly like, yeah, that's really just how I feel. Like, sneaking around is just as much needed as ballistics. It's like you would have to be able to do damage and take damage just as well as you can, like, blend into your environment and not be seen and sneak around. And honestly, I also feel like it's about tacticality. Like, when the first thing that comes to my mind is like Rainbow Six Siege. It's like, you know, you're going really slow, you're taking your time, you're usually always aiming down your sights, and you're kind of corner peeking, just going extremely slow. And it's like you're always using cover. It's like stuff like that. Oh my god. That would actually be crazy. And the fact that you say that, it actually makes me think of, the fact that Dead by Daylight added in, Birkin from Resident Evil 2. So there's a game called Dead by Daylight. I don't have it. I've played it a little bit. But Dead by Daylight is kind of like Friday the 13th and Evil Dead, which I love those two games. I just don't have very many friends who play them. And yeah, anyway, so Dead by Daylight is like you play as a group of survivors and there's one killer who will hunt you down essentially, and they added in Dr. Birkin from Resident Evil 2. And I was like, oh man, that is the coolest damn thing. Oh my goodness, look at all this cool stuff we got. We got so much cool stuff. We got a painting and a proof of something. Oh, what is this? Get off. Okay. So that is one of the reasons why the randomizer is not good. I want to actually kind of talk about that real quick. Like, so if you have a randomizer on enemies, I feel like it should be based off of enemies that are already pre-existing. So like how Resident Evil 2 does its randomizer is like the zombies can randomly like they'll travel around, right? But how the fuck did those two zombies figure out how to use the fucking elevator? How did they figure out how to use the fucking elevator? That's what I want to know. Because now I'm going to have to run through them. And I don't even know how to get back here to the damn... There's something to put it in. So I put a hole in it? Or no, I put something in the hole. Damn it. Well, I don't know what you want me to put in the hole, man. Come on, damn. Can't you just let me push this little altar out of the way? And you even got something back there, too. Like, I can see that there's more than just a fucking herb. Yeah, you know I'm looking this bullshit up. It's almost 3 a.m. here. You know I'm looking this bullshit up. What do you put in the hole of the diorama of the palace in Code Veronica? It said Coat Veronica. Okay, what the fuck is this thing? A tank. That's exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's a fucking tank. We need a toy tank. Well, I am not gonna go out of my goddamn way to find a motherfucking toy tank. You got me tripping if you think I'm gonna do that. Dude, zombie, get off of me. Okay, everybody, one sec. We are on the first floor. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, too. He said, sorry, toy tank, you're not cool enough. And yeah, dude, I love Dawn of the Dead. I even, I really enjoyed Zack Snyder's, Army of the Dead with Dave Bautista. And dude, it really feel like that movie really started Dave Bautista back up again. It's like, I know Dave Bautista from wrestling. Like, I know him as the Animal from WWE. But, like... And I think... I'm not entirely sure if he has military experience or not. I feel like I read somewhere, or I was told by somebody that he was, like, he had training. Or something like it, but man, yeah, like Army of the Dead I really liked, not just because of the fact that sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, Army of the Dead, yes. Not just because it had Dave Bautista in it and it felt like it started him back up as an actor, but because of the fact that it showed us how the outbreak from Dawn of the Dead happened. Like, if you remember, like, Dawn of the Dead took place in Mexico City or some shit like that, and Army of the Dead, literally, like, it ended with, what was his name, like, Van Horn? I think his name was Van Horn or Van Hurst or something like that, and he was the African-American guy. And he was the only one to survive everything. Like, even Dave Bautista died in the end. Like, and this motherfucker was a badass, dude. Like, Dave Bautista was just shredding everything in that movie. I mean, shredding, dude. Just shred. Just... But, and then he gets shot in the head, and he gets his brains blown out. Because he gets turned into a zombie. But yeah, no, this motherfucker, he's in the fucking bathroom on the airplane, and he's like looking in the mirror, and like the lady was like talking about how he's got it amazing because he's in first class. She's like, oh yeah, you can have all the champagne you want, we've even got a turkey in the oven for you that's roasting. Like, you've got it made right now, you're in first class, just sit back and enjoy it. He goes to the bathroom and he's looking in the mirror, and he's like, he says something about not feeling so good, and oh man, yeah. So anyway, so he's in the bathroom of this airplane, and he looks like he doesn't feel too good, and he starts saying something, and he raises up his armband, and he's got a bite on his arm, and he's like, well, fuck. And then that's the end of Army of the Dead. And so essentially, like, that leads you up to believe that like, he turns and then kills everybody on the plane, and then it crashes, and then they attack everybody, and that's what leads up to Dawn of the Dead. Which, honestly, dude, those two movies are exactly the fucking way they should be. Like, Zack Snyder, yes, Zack Snyder directed both of them, right? And, like, he just kinda, and like, it's exactly what you said, like, rest in peace George Romero, the father of zombies, man. The father of zombies. And that's what Zack Snyder was going after, man. Like, when he made Dawn of the Dead, he was really going after that father of zombies feeling. And then when he dropped Army of the Dead, dude, it was straight up that same exact feeling, but with, like, a modern retro vibe, dude. I swear to God. And it's like, those are two movies that you could literally just watch all day. It's like, you watch Dawn of the Dead, you watch Army of the Dead, you watch Dawn of the Dead, you watch... and you can literally just watch them back and forth. Because that's how much they make you want to watch the other one. It's like, you watch Dawn of the Dead, and it makes you want to watch Army of the Dead. You watch Army of the Dead, it makes you want to watch Dawn of the Dead. And it's like, dude, it's like, that's exactly how movies should be. Because I can guarantee you that Zack Snyder made more money off of Dawn of the Dead after Army of the Dead came out. Oh, okay. I've never seen Blast from the Past, and I totally agree with that, like the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. I would have to say my favorite zombie movie, or, well, I mean, I can't really say my favorite zombie movie. My favorite zombie movie would probably also have to be the Resident Evils. I mean, you could probably be like, oh, yeah, that's fucking typical, the Resident Evil lover, but, I mean... favorite zombie movies, probably definitely the Resident Evil movies. But I really do love horror movies, and like one of my favorite, like I would have to say my top time favorite horror movie is definitely The Evil Dead. Like, I don't know what it is, but The Evil Dead is like one of the only movies that's made me jump in a good while. Let's see, there was hang on, so there was The Evil Dead, and then there was The Evil Dead, Dead Before Dawn, and then there was Army of Darkness, which, that kind of threw me off, because they didn't tell you that, like, I mean, like, Evil Dead 2, Dead Before Dawn was literally, like, The Evil Dead 2, you know? You knew it was the second one. Army of Darkness, it didn't say anything about The Evil Dead. It was either Dead Before Dawn or Dead by Dawn. Oh, okay. Shit, I might have to... Ash, I can totally agree with that 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. They are my favorite zombie movies just because they're literally like some of the only zombie movies I've ever seen. But, oh, I mean, definitely TV shows. Definitely TV shows. Like, I mean, I fucking love The Walking Dead. I love Fear the Walking Dead, and I love Z Nation. Z Nation is probably like, oh my god. I mean, like, oh man. Like, Z Nation just has it all. A lot of people didn't really care for Z Nation because they said it was kind of cheesy or whatever, but no, I fucking love that. And hey, Big Dog, I will definitely look at that movie Blast from the Past. I actually gotta find a damn... I don't know how to get the hell out of here. Oh, why are we in the basement? That's the thing. We're in the damn basement. But yeah, no, I actually, I ordered the Blu-ray... I ordered the Blu-ray edition of Z Nation. Oh my god, it was on Amazon, and it was like $40. It was like $39.99, and it was the Blu-ray edition of all 5 seasons. And it comes with like a bunch of special features and everything, and there was literally only one left in stock. And I was like, bro, I have to buy this. And so I bought it, and I loved it. I love it. I actually watched it all on Netflix first. Like, I was kind of that mass majority of people. Let's get out of here before I start talking. But, I was kind of among the mass majority of people who, it's like I was watching The Walking Dead on AMC almost every Sunday when it would come out, and, like, sci-fi was just kind of, they were losing it a little bit. Like, before AMC had The Walking Dead, sci-fi had Haven, right? And so that's what I would usually watch on, like, when I was a kid, that's usually what it was. It was like, oh man, like, I watched cartoons too, you know, like, I watched cartoons as a kid. I watched SpongeBob and Courage the Cowardly Dog, but, like, on sci-fi, it was definitely a lot of, Haven, a lot of, Eureka. There was another show, and just a lot of their movies that were kind of cheesy, like the Lake Placids. I love the Lake Placid movies, but they're they're cheesy as shit, and everybody hates them. And I always get shit on by people. They're like, "You like Lake Placid? What the fuck is wrong with you?" And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm not picky. I'm not judgmental. It's like someone wanted to make movies about fucking giant alligators ripping teenage girls in bikinis in half. Okay, fucking, I can dig that. Oh, well, yeah, Z Nation was on Sci-Fi, but they ended it after 5 seasons. And like, Z Nation was one of those shows like people either watched it here and there on Sci-Fi but didn't give any time to it, or just didn't even bother with it in the first place because they didn't think it was good enough. And that's kind of how I was. Like, I was putting most of my time into The Walking Dead and just not even caring about Z Nation. And then, just one day I'm chilling in my room and I've got Netflix, and I'm like, you know what, I'll actually give this show a chance. Like, I was like, you know what, I'll actually sit down, I'll watch the first episode, And if I hate it, I hate it. If I love it, I love it. You know, like, I try to keep an open mind about everything. And so, like, yeah, straight up. So I remember watching the first episode, and, it hooked me. It was like one thing led to another that led to another. So pretty much, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, damn, it killed me? What? Damn, where was my last save then? What? Oh damn, we didn't even use this bad boy yet. Okay, well I guess we're not too terribly far behind where we were, so it's not like an awful thing. And I do actually have to shut down everything. Let's see, okay, so okay, I'm not entirely sure what we haven't picked up and what we have, so... But okay, so this is our stock for right now. This is pretty good. This is where I'll end the video just because... yeah, just because. But yeah, so Z Nation, before I go though, Big Dog, because I know we were kind of talking about that. It's like, it hooked me, man. I don't know how to explain it. It really did hook me. It was like, some of my best horrors. American Werewolf in London, Evil Dead, yes. The Thing, oh my god, yes. Day of the Dead, The Fly. Oh yeah, The Fly was definitely a good one with Jeff Goldblum. And then Invasion of the Body Snatchers, hell yeah. Oh no, the king has fallen. Yeah, those are, yeah. The Thing is definitely a good one. I remember that scene they used, with like bubble gum and microwave plastic and shit, and they had like the head like melting off of the fucking table and shit. Like that shit was fucked. Okay. Yeah, man, yeah, like, I can't even really explain it because it was like, I don't want to say that there was multiple plots, but it's like there were multiple characters getting involved in different things, and then they all get put together, and that's what kind of throws you into it. It's like, there's this dude named Murphy who's in prison, and he gets injected with a virus, and then he gets bit a bunch of times, and he's the only known survivor of a zombie bite. And so that is the main plot of Z Nation, is that this dude named Murphy is like the human savior, essentially, from the zombie virus, except for the fact that he's sometimes a bit of a narcissistic ass. And so it's just like, there's just scenes of gruesome brutality, and then on top of that there's scenes of like just hilariousness. Like in the first episode, they're in this school, and there's like a zombie baby running around and shit, and oh no, actually this is before that, my bad, but you know what, Ash? I can actually agree with that 100%. I mean, there is, I mean, even some video games don't really capture the same elements, like Generation Zero. Generation Zero is like a first-person shooter, and not only is it a first-person shooter, but it's all about robots. It's like the only thing you're ever really going to be shooting at is robots. And like, for some reason it just does not capture that same feeling. I mean, sometimes it does get kind of freaky, like, it'll be nighttime, and it'll be pouring down rain, and you'll be searching an abandoned house, like, that's got, like, blood and bodies everywhere, and it can get kind of freaky. But I see what you're saying, like, the original Terminator, and, like, Terminator 2, like, yes, those, they definitely felt like they had some horrifying elements to them. Definitely felt like they had some horrifying elements to them. But yeah, guys, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry I died right there. I was trying to make it back so I could save, but we've got our 20 arrows for that boss fight. All we actually have to really do is put this inside of our, like, we gotta use that plate to get the card, use that card to get the grenade launcher, and then bam, we can use our lockpick to get more of those acid rounds, and then we'll get even more acid rounds from that other room that we get with the painting. And then we'll even get more from the sauna room. So it was kind of like a bunch of stuff that we did, like, we took a really long time doing a bunch of stuff, and then I died, and we ended up back before all of it, and this moment right here, and so when I wake up I'll just be able to do all that shit that it took forever to do pretty quickly. Oh yeah, and considering I already saved, but yeah, I can understand if nobody liked this video. But if you did like this video, I mean, you don't have to like it. I mean, I guess my business manager would tell me that I should advise you to like it, but I'm not gonna force you to do something you don't want to do. And I am not gonna make you, like, peer pressure and anything like that, so I mean, whatever. Peace, dog. Hell yeah, guys. I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you guys for watching.